And just like that, the setup is complete. It's officially official. I went out and did some shopping. I got a better adapter, just as I expected. I'm actually recording on an iPad now, not my phone, so still don't have a camera. Went out, bought an adapter. The microphone's working, guys. I hope that just ups the quality to a level that we didn't know was possible at this moment in time. I have a video idea, but I think I'm just going to talk mostly about the draft lottery because it was insane. Also, the Pacers just beat the Cavs in 5 games. I just finished that game. Currently watching the Nuggets Thunder. And, the Pacers are in the conference finals in back-to-back years for the first time since 2013 and 2014. That's actually insane. You don't see a smaller market team going to the conference finals 2 years in a row. It's just not common. Sorry, SGA just got a little shaken up. I was a little bit concerned. But yeah, like I said, you don't see a team like the Indiana Pacers, a small/medium market team, going to the conference finals in back-to-back years. You don't see that very often, and it's great, and I can't help but feel pride in my state. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. We are here to talk about the NBA draft lottery. Wow, what a shocker, okay? Let's go through it here, and I think I'm going to do a mock draft. I think I'm going to give you a little mock draft. I'm not going to do any trades. I'm not going to say any trades. I'm just going to say if the team were to keep their pick and draft with their pick, this is who I think they're going to pick and what they need to do and how the fit would be. So I'm just going to go in order, and I'm going to say everything that happened here. Okay, so let's just go through, and we're going to do a mock draft. Okay, so if you didn't watch it, the Dallas Mavericks won the NBA draft lottery. So with the first pick of the 2025 NBA draft, the Dallas Mavericks, after trading away Luka Doncic 3 months ago, are going to select Cooper Flagg. Insane that they're able to pull this off. I don't know how it's possible, but they did it, and good for them. Okay. Cooper Flagg, of course, 19.2 points per game, 4.2 assists, 7.5 rebounds. Player of the year in college, freshman, 18.5 years old, young as can be, should still be in high school. He's my age. He's only a couple months older than me, 2 months. So, yes, the first pick, the Dallas Mavericks are going to select Cooper Flagg. That's a given. With the second pick, the San Antonio Spurs, 2 years after drafting Wembanyama and 1 year after drafting Stephon Castle, they have a chance of having 3 Rookie of the Years in a row. Think about that. That doesn't happen. And not to mention, they're not even a bad team. With the second pick, this one's a lot more interesting. I feel like they could honestly trade it for Giannis. That's out there in the realm of possibility. But we're not doing that. We're not doing trades. It's between Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey. And Dylan Harper, imagine Dylan Harper in the future with Victor Wembanyama. That's insane. But they don't really need guard play. They have Stephon Castle, De'Aaron Fox, Chris Paul. They don't really need that. So I think they're going to go Ace Bailey. I don't think Ace Bailey's career or ceiling is as high as Dylan Harper's, but he's going to come in and he's going to make a great stand and he's going to be a great player. He's going to be a great rookie. So with the second pick, I'm going to say the San Antonio Spurs are going to select Ace Bailey out of Rutgers. Now, that brings us to the third pick, the Philadelphia 76ers. Again, nobody expected them to be bad last year, but they were not good. They were not good. So, I wouldn't say it's severe, but I'd say they need a point guard, and I'd say they need a power forward / small forward. I mean, they could honestly trade Embiid. I could see it happening, but they need to get rid of Paul George. And that's pretty much it. They need to get rid of Paul George. They have Quentin Grimes. Love Quentin Grimes. It's interesting because Maxey and Grimes, but I think they just go best available here, and I think they pick Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper's 6'6". He could play 1 through 3. So I think they could run the lineup of Dylan Harper, Tyrese Maxey, Quentin Grimes / Paul George, Guerschon Yabusele / Kelly Oubre, and then Embiid. or Drummond, depending on the injury situation, or if Embiid is wanting to play basketball or not. So I think they go best available here. I think they go Dylan Harper. We're just going to do the lottery here because it'd take a while to do the entire first and second round. So we're only going to go lottery here. Maybe I'll make a mock draft closer to the actual draft and we know everything that's happening. So that's going to bring us to the fourth pick. I think that the first three are the consensus first three, but I think 2 and 3 are interchangeable. But with the fourth pick, I also think he's, just the fourth best guy in the draft. But he has a high ceiling, athletic, explosive. Reminds me a little bit of Westbrook. I don't want to go that far, but explosive-wise, I feel like, yamming the basketball. You might have seen him dunk on, who was that against? I don't remember, but he's on Baylor. You know his dunk. You probably saw it. If you watch any bit of basketball on Instagram, X, insert social media here, it's VJ Edgecombe for the Charlotte Hornets. The Charlotte Hornets have the fourth pick, and I could see them going with VJ Edgecombe, and I think they'd be absolutely happy with that. Listen to this lineup that you could run. LaMelo Ball, VJ Edgecombe, Brandon Miller, Mark Williams. Who's their center? I don't know if you start Mark Williams at the power forward. Oh, yeah, Yusuf Nurkic. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, Miles Bridges exists. Okay. LaMelo Ball, VJ Edgecombe, Brandon Miller, Miles Bridges, Mark Williams. That's a good team. And give that team 3 years, and they're a good team. They are a good team. So I think the Charlotte Hornets are going to go VJ Edgecombe. Big fan of VJ Edgecombe's games. Great defender as well. Now, this is where it gets interesting. I am so sorry, Jazz fans. I am so beyond sorry that you dropped down to 5, but this is a great draft class because you're going to end up with Trey Johnson out of the University of Texas. What a player. He reminds me a lot of Kevin Durant. They're both Texas players, lengthy, can shoot it. Oh my gosh, I'm a big Trey Johnson fan. I really kept up with Texas because 2 Indiana State players, Jason Kidd and Julian Larry, my boy Julian Larry, transferred there. So I really kept up with Texas this year. Great team. Trey Johnson, freshman. Oh, so many great freshmen in this class. So I believe the Utah Jazz are going to go Trey Johnson with this pick. So that brings us to the Washington Wizards, and this is where it gets a little bit more difficult. I have a player in mind that I think they're going to go with if he's on the board, which I believe he will be. And that player is Kamen Maluach out of the Duke Blue Devils, Duke University, 7'2". So they'd have to run the lineup of Bub Carrington, Jordan Poole, Corey Kispert, and then it would be Alexander Sarr, which I believe he's more of a power forward. He reminds me of Anthony Davis, honestly. And then Kamen Maluach, the 7'2" center, shot blocker, great rim protector. So I think the Washington Wizards are going to go with Kamen Maluach to play center for them next year. So, with the 7th pick of the 2025 NBA Draft, New Orleans Pelicans are going to select. This is really hard because I like Derek Queen. This is where the players start kind of meshing together, and it's harder to pick. Yakuchonis. I don't know. It depends on what they're going to do with DeJounte Murray. Depends on what they're going to do with the team. If Zion Williamson is still there, send him to the Bulls. You know what I'm saying? Get him in the Bulls. You can have Vucevic. So it's interesting. So much depth in this class. This class is so good compared to last year's. Compare this draft to last year's. It's so interesting. I think they're going to go Derek Queen. I would like to see them go Derek Queen, even though they have Misi. I think Derek Queen could play power forward. He is so versatile. I've talked about versatility a lot on my channel. He can dribble it like a guard. You saw that game winner against Colorado State. Oh, he's tough. Big Derek Queen guy. If he fell to the Bulls, that would be amazing, but I don't see that happening. I think they could go Con Knipple. They need the shooting. I just can't imagine in my head Con Knipple in a New Orleans Pelicans jersey. I don't know why. It's the eye test. But I can imagine Derek Queen in one, and I think he would look good in one. Yakuchonis, I think his draft stock kind of took a little bit of a tumble there at the end of his season, but he's a great player, but I don't think he'd fit on this team really. It's on the website I'm using. It says they need a point guard severely, a shooting guard, like a high need for a shooting guard, and then a severe need for a center. I'm gonna go Derek Queen. Yves Misi, is he your franchise center? Think about it. I don't think he is. So I think they're going to go Derek Queen with the 7th pick. His draft stock really rose in the March Madness tournament. So I think they're going to go with him there. All right. 8th pick. I'm sorry, Nets fans. So many teams dropped. The Jazz, the Wizards, the Nets. I feel so bad for them. That top 4 was just unexpected. Wow. So with the Brooklyn Nets, I think they're going to go Con Knipple here. Yakuchonis is dropping, but that happens in the NBA draft. I think they go Con Knipple. I think they get his shooting. I think they're going to start building an insane shooting team. I think they're going to. I don't know. He's not going to play shooting guard. He's going to play small forward. I mean, they could go Yakuchonis because they might need a point guard because you don't want Cam Thomas to keep playing point guard. But I don't think they're going to draft him. So I think they're going to go Con Knipple here. He's a great shooter, great defender. He's a hustle player, glue guy. But he has a chance of being one of the best shooters in the NBA. I just want to say that. He really does. Great player. Great player. Plays the game the right way. Now with the 9th pick, it's going to be the Toronto Raptors. This is where I think Kasparis Yakuchonis out of Illinois goes. He's a 6'6" point guard. Sorry about that. Is Emmanuel Quickly your franchise point guard? I don't think he's anybody's franchise point guard, and I think the Raptors need to do something with it. Their entire lineup, besides power forward, because of Scotty Barnes, is severe on this website. So yeah, I think they're going to go Yakuchonis. I think they got to go best available player, Kasparis Yakuchonis. Very high ceiling. Very, very high ceiling. He's great. He's very, very great. Great player. Freshman, too. So many great freshmen in this class. It happens. So now you have a team. This is Phoenix's first-round pick. I'm so sorry, Suns fans. I am so sorry. Y'all are just cooked. It's going to be the Houston Rockets. Like I said with the Phoenix Suns pick. The Houston Rockets were great this year. Great this past season. Of course, they got beat by the Golden State Warriors, but they were great. So with that being said, I think the Houston Rockets are going to go with best available player. I don't know if he's going to get minutes, just like Reed Shepherd. Reed Shepherd didn't get minutes for them. And I think they're going to go with, I can see them going with Colin Murray-Boyles. I can see them going with Jeremiah Fears, but I don't think they need another guard. But it's a little high for him. I don't know if I've seen much of him going this high. I think they go Liam McNeely. Don't forget about Liam McNeely. He's a great player, 14.5 rebounds per game. 14.5 points per game. Great rebounder. He reminds me a little bit of Cam Whitmore, actually. Matter of fact, which is on the Rockets. He reminds me of Cam Whitmore. I don't know. He took a little bit of a tumble there at the end of the season. It's Big East basketball. He's playing there as a freshman, starting on UConn, the 2-time defending champs. Didn't get there this year, but he was starting as a freshman on the 2-time defending champs, back-to-back champions. 6'7", 210 pounds, freshman out of UConn. Great shooter. Great playmaker on the ball. He's not a best passer. He's not gonna average you 7 assists. Catch and shoot guy. He's gonna be so good at that. He's gonna be so good at that catch and shoot. Good defender, good size. Honestly, good size. And I think they're just gonna go somebody that they think can come in immediately and make an impact, even though he's a freshman. 19 years old. I think they're gonna pick him. I think they go Liam McNeely. I think that you can't count out Liam McNeely. I think you can't count out those Montverde boys. So that brings us to the Portland Trailblazers with the 11th pick. Interesting team. Very interesting team. Jeremy Grant, he's making so much money. He's making $27 million a year. He's not great. If you play 2K, he's like a 75 overall. It's not great. They're in an interesting spot. They got 1 million centers. They got 1 million guards. They need wings. They need to make some trades. They need to do something. They didn't make a splash in this draft, is what I'm saying. So I don't know if they'll make their pick or if they'll try and get another player. But I also think they're going to go with one of the best available players. I know Jeremiah Fears hasn't gone yet. He's one of the best. Asa Newell, I'm saving him because I have somebody in mind that I think he should go to, and I think if he's there, they will pick him. I think that the Portland Trailblazers are going to go with a 6'7" power forward out of South Carolina. Kind of reminds me of how Dalton Connect was. Great player, old player in college, but he came in and immediately made an impact on a good NBA basketball team. So that is Colin Murray-Boyles. I think they're going to go with Colin Murray-Boyles. He is 20 years old. which isn't insanely old. I mean, that's what players in the 90s were getting drafted age-wise. So, yeah, I think they're going to go Colin Murray-Boyles there. I think they're going to want to get a player that possibly they could use in a trade or they could play and hopefully can come in and immediately make an impact on the NBA basketball court as far as they're concerned. Now that brings us to my Chicago Bulls. What do I want them to do with the pick? I'm going to do a little bit more of a deep dive on this one because I care so much about it. I want them to trade it, honestly, but if they do make a pick, I want it to be Asa Newell. That's who I had in mind. But yeah, I want them to trade it. I want them to go out and get Zion Williamson. I don't know. He's on my mind. I want him on the team. Just imagine him running up and down the court with all the other players. Oh, imagine him and Josh Giddey on the same team. And him and Lonzo back on the same team. Oh, I just can't. I can't stop thinking about it. I think about it to sleep at night. I think about it whenever I wake up. Oh my gosh, I want him on the team. Although I don't want him to get injured. And he needs to get off the gumbo and shrimp and crawfish and the beignets, the New Orleans diet. And maybe he'd become the GOAT. So I would like them to, throw Vucevic, throw Pat Williams, this pick and a future pick, and go out and get Zion. I feel like Zion's draft stock is the lowest it'll be. He's injury prone. He's a gamble. He's a gamble every season. But that's not what we're doing here. We're doing it if they make the pick. They can always make it and trade it later. I think they're going to go Asa Newell out of Georgia, which is another Montverde boy. And like I said, you cannot count out those Montverde boys. He's another freshman. Oh, my gosh. This draft class is so good. This draft class is so, so good. I just hate how, there's not enough teams in the NBA for all the great players to play all the time. You got to come in and you got to show that you're there to play basketball and be good at it on the NBA level. So we're coming to the end here. 2 more picks. The 13th pick is the Atlanta Hawks. Once again, an interesting team. They're not bad at all. They had the number 1 pick last year. They picked Zachary Rissache. He's a great 3-and-D player. I mean, he's a great 3-and-D player. That's what he is. That's what we knew he was going to be. He was the number 1 overall pick, though. Really not the year to get it. They would have much rather had the number 1 pick this year. So I think they're going to go best available player, and I think that's Jeremiah Fears, which I know is probably a little bit interesting because, you got Trae Young. Jeremiah Fears, 6'4", which I don't think people realize. I mean, he seems shorter than that, but he's 6'4", and he averaged 17 points per game for Oklahoma. He's shifty with it. 4.1 assists, 4.1 rebounds. He could play the 2. But yeah, I think they're going to go with the best available player, Jeremiah Fears. I don't know. They're an interesting team. They're going to be 41-41 next year anyways, so does it really even matter? That brings us to the last pick of the lottery, the San Antonio Spurs once again. This is Atlanta's pick. Trade it to them. And, I mean, who are they going to go with? Who do you need on that team? That team is so good. Whoever they pick is going to be a G League player. And I could see them going Noah Essengay. Oh my gosh, I just hit my camera. I could see them going Noah Essengay out of France. Because France. Bonjour, oui, oui. That's not cultural appropriation. I can see them going Noah Essengay. I can see them going Jace Richardson. Once again, it's the eye test. I can't imagine Jace Richardson in a Spurs uniform. Oh, it just hurts my brain. But with that being said, I think they're going to go Noah Essengay. Little bit more of a gamble. He's tough. He's 18 years old. He's 18 years old out of France. 6'8", 194 pounds. No weight, so he needs to get in the weight room a little bit. But yeah, I think that's who they're gonna pick. Noah Essengay. I think they're gonna get that France connection. They're gonna make Victor Wembanyama happy. He's gonna come back from his deep vein thrombosis. And wow, Isaiah Hartenstein, that was actually athletic. So yeah. Just going back through it, we'll name off who picked who. With the first pick of the 2025 NBA Draft, the Dallas Mavericks are going to select Cooper Flagg. Second pick, the San Antonio Spurs are going to select Ace Bailey. Third pick, the Philadelphia 76ers are going to pick Dylan Harper. The fourth pick, the Charlotte Hornets are going to pick VJ Edgecombe. I really like that for them. With the fifth pick, the Utah Jazz are going to pick Trey Johnson. Dog. With the sixth pick, the Washington Wizards are going to pick Kamen Maluach. Big fan of him. Number 7 pick, the New Orleans Pelicans are going to pick Derek Queen. Love him. Number 8 pick, the Brooklyn Nets are going to pick up Con Knipple. They're going to be such a great shooting team. With the 9th pick, the Toronto Raptors are going to go out and get Kasparis Yakichonis out of the Fighting Illini. And with the 10th pick, the Houston Rockets, already a contending team. They're so good, so young. they're going to pick up Liam McNeely, somebody that can come in and immediately make an effort. With the number 11 pick, they're going to pick the oldest player in this lottery, Colin Murray Boyles. That's going to be the Portland Trail Blazers. And he's only a sophomore, by the way. The 12th pick, my Chicago Bulls are going to go out and get Asa Newell, power forward, 6'11", athletic, love him. And with the 13th pick, the Atlanta Hawks are going to go with the player they think is the best available. They're going to go Jeremiah Fierce, point guard, shooting guard, 6'4", you know. A little bit of a Trae Young guy, honestly. With the 14th pick, the San Antonio Spurs are going to pick up Noah Essengay for that French connection. You know, make their star, their franchise player, happy. Go out and get another French-born player. They've had such great luck with international players over their history as a franchise, and I think they're going to try and keep up with that. So that's all I really have for you today. Big things coming, guys. Big things coming. I mean, the setup is exactly how I want it right now. Everything's up to par. Got to edit this video. I got to get it out. Then tomorrow, I'm hopefully going to come home, get this sorted out, get it ready, and then have some people in here and we can talk ball and life and just talk. Hopefully, you know, I got in line. I made a video yesterday, 20 minutes long. Mic didn't work. Wow. Oh my gosh, it was terrible. So here we are now. And I mentioned in that video, my first two guests that I have lined up are going to be on together. It's going to be Carson Granby and Sam Fathour, a couple of my boys from school. Big ball knowledge all around the board there. And, you know, those are my boys. I love them to death. So I'm going to have them on here. We're going to talk a little bit of ball. Hopefully I can get some other people on. You know, I already got people, you know, they're saying that I'm inspiring them to maybe start their own channel. Wanting them to come on my show. I want to have more people on here. I mean, this summer is going to be so great. This summer, I'm going to be pumping out content. I'm going to be working and content. Work, content, work, content. Slip a little girls in there. Work, content, work, content, work, content. Just kidding. I don't like girls. They're annoying. Work, content, work, content, work, content. That's going to be it. I'm going to be in here cooking all the time. I might start streaming and then just posting my streams on here because I just want to yap. This is going to be my longest video on the channel. It's going to be my longest one to edit, I think. It's going to be more podcast editing, but I still want it to be entertaining, so I'm gonna edit it. Yeah, guys. So I'm going to keep watching some NBA games. I'm probably going to take some notes, give some stuff to talk about, and then I'm going to go to sleep, and then wake up, go to school tomorrow, repeat. Rinse, repeat. Lather, rinse, repeat. And that's what my life is these days. It sucks. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. This has been Ike on the mic with a little podcast. The setup is set up. Oh my gosh, dude. So happy. So happy. This is it. This is what the setup is going to be. Wow. I love it. Oh my gosh. Please, 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 guys. Watch, subscribe, comment, you know, whatever. Talk to me at school if you see me. I'm going to catch y'all later, boys. That's basically it. Boys and girls. Maybe one girl if you're watching. Still not an ASMR channel. Even though you want it to be. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I got for you today. Take it easy. Good night. I want to pump this video out tonight. I'm probably going to stay up until 12:30 because that's what I do these days. I'm nocturnal. I don't know why. Probably because I just dread going to school in the morning. But, yeah, that's all I got for you today, guys. Thank you for tuning in. The Dallas Mavericks rigged the NBA draft lottery. But, hey, that's just a theory. Thank you.